start. Let's take a little zippity zip off this little old smoking moonshine apple pie. Let's see. Ooh, Lord. All right. A little sweet, a little sweet. We ain't gonna go hard today. But I gotta say this, man. Keith Thurman had an interview with the Boxing Voice. Go check it out. After you listen to Punch Drunk Boxing first and analyze what the hell I'm talking about. Because, look, for a couple of years, several years, a lot of people have been questioning Keith Thurman if he's afraid of Errol Spence, is he avoiding Errol Spence, if he's ducking and dodging Errol Spence. And also a lot of people was talking about when they interviewed Keith Thurman and the name Errol Spence comes along, that his mood changes, right? The level of his voice, his tone, his mood changes. Either he get real irritated or either he humbles it down, right? We all see it. Whether you respect Keith Thurman, whether you don't like Keith Thurman, if you like him, you love him, we all see the characteristic of Keith Thurman actually changes the mood. The Errol spins the mood, and now it's happening when you mention Book Crawford to him. Now, I'm gonna say it like this. I came with the conclusion that Keith Thurman is Errol Spence's biggest fan. You know what? That's what I came out with this interview. I just came out with the conclusion that Keith Thurman is Errol Spence's biggest fan. I never hear Keith Thurman talking nonsense bad about Errol Spence. Every time Errol Spence has a fight, Keith Thurman picks him. Even when Errol Spence had a close fight, even Book Crawford said that, you know what? He believed that Shawn Porter won. A lot of people believe that Shawn Porter won. Like, yeah, a lot of people also think that it was a close fight. But Keith Thurman, right again, is picking Errol Spence that he won the fight, right? And also in the interview, he was talking about they was talking about the Errol Spence and the Book Crawford and why they can't make it happen, and they question, you know what, if they could make other fights happen, like let's say the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, if Bob Arum and Al Heyman could come together and make that fight, there is no problem in them making the Errol Spence and the Book Crawford fight. But you see the temperament, you see the mood change from Keith Thurman, and he's actually vouching for Errol Spence. No, people gotta understand that this is the sport of boxing, blah blah blah. You know, you gotta take a step at a time and things of that nature. Buck Crawford just sound desperate. He just sound desperate. Well, Keith Thurman, you sound desperate when you're talking about the rematch with Manny Pacquiao. And nobody's actually saying, oh man, you sounding desperate. We believe that, it was a close fight. Manny Pacquiao won. You was a champion. You lost your belt. So we understand why you want a rematch with Manny Pacquiao. We don't say that you're desperate because that's the only thing you talk about, right? Keith Thurman. And Keith Thurman also is talking about, you know what? I want to get my belt back. And throughout the whole interview, he would say, I want to get my belt back. I want to get my belt back. I want to get my belt back. I want it. Which belt are you talking about, though, Keith Thurman? Are you just talking about the WBA? Because I never hear Keith Thurman saying, I want my WBC belt. I heard him say it before when it was Shawn Porter holding the belt. But now that Errol Spence got the belt, and you know, I'm not one of those guys, you already know if you follow Punch Drunk Boxing, I'm one of those guys that be like, you know what, Keith Thurman wasn't avoiding no Errol Spence. Keith Thurman is just picking, you know, he's the champion. Everybody won him. Whoever he fights, he's ducking somebody. If he fights Errol Spence, he's ducking Book Crawford. If he fights Book Crawford, he's ducking Errol Spence. If he fights Manny Pacquiao, the biggest fight that everybody won in the welterweight division right now, he's ducking somebody. So I understand Al Heyman's business strategy. I understand it's the turn game. I understand that. It was Andre Berto get the turn with Floyd Mayweather when we felt like he really didn't deserve it, but it was his next. It was his dude. He signed Andre Berto. He's the next one up. Boom. Adrian Broner. He made a lot of money for PBC and Al Heyman, right? So he's the guy. He's the first one in line for a Manny Pacquiao fight, right? And then Keith Thurman, the most viewed PBC fighter out the welterweight division, he gets the second dip at the sweepstakes. I understand that, and maybe the Dana Swift Garcia, but he lost to the Porters and he lost to Keith Thurman. He gets his dip in a pay-per-view fight with Errol Spence. I understand the way PBC is moving. I understand it. I believe that Keith Thurman is Al Heyman's mouthpiece. Keith Thurman says what fans don't want to hear, but it actually does come out the mouth of promoters, manager, advisors. That's Al Heyman talking. When you see him brush off Bud Crawford, that's Al Heyman and PBC that they brush on Bud Crawford. Now you see Errol Spence brushing Bud Crawford, because that is PBC. They're indirectly speaking for Al Heyman. They indirectly speaking for the business strategy that Al Heyman has in place. But in the end of the day, I see the mood swings when it comes with Errol Spence and Keith Thurman when he's talking about Errol Spence. And the thing is, I never hear Keith Thurman challenge Errol Spence. I never have not heard till yet that he wants his belt back. The belt back, the WBC, that he rightfully really earned and attained. Of course, he captured the interim WBA champion, but he got elevated as the W Superweight champion. He got elevated. He didn't win that title, super champion. He got placed. He got, he got put on. They gave him the title, super champion, correct? He didn't beat Floyd Mayweather for it. But the WBC belt, you actually earned that belt. You actually earned that title from Danny Swift Garcia. I'm not saying that you're not a WBA champion. I'm talking about the super champion. I'm talking about that title. That title was given because somebody retired. But the WBC, you actually won and unified. And a lot of people always look at the WBC as the most prestige belt in the sport of boxing. So why is it Keith Thurman saying, I want that belt back? The one that you vacate, the one that you won and never defended, why you don't want that belt back? So if you want a belt back, why is only the Manny Pacquiao belt that you want that you lost? You lost another one. Matter of fact, you didn't even lost it. You gave it back. How about you get that belt back? How about you get the most prestige belt back? How about you stop giving all this praise and stop being an indirect promoter for Errol Spence? That's what it sounds like to me. Can somebody tell me if I sound wrong? Can somebody tell me? Let me take a little swig of the little apple pie moonshine. You already know, get your moonshine in your store of liquor near you. Ooh, Lord. Right. Look, I understand the humbleness when it comes. I understand it. I understand Keith Thurman could be a humble guy. He could talk crap too. He could talk the talk, walk the walk. He know how to self-promote. But why, when it comes to Errol Spence, everything is always on the Errol Spence side? We hear you won Manny Pacquiao, right? You lost Manny Pacquiao. If you fight Errol Spence, you become unified champion once again. If you fight Errol Spence and you won again, how about that? Huh? No, you want Manny Pacquiao because you feel you lost the belt and you want your belt back. How about get the WBC belt back and maybe you could go back to Manny Pacquiao and get that one? It sounds good. You say you want to fight for 3 belts. How about you go after Errol Spence the way that Danny Swift Garcia did? Oh, man, look. Damn, I'm preaching right now. Lord, what is it, man? I respect the hell out of Keith Thurman. You already know I respect all these boxers. They are my modern day warriors, modern day gladiators. You already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine. You know the merch is here. The merch is coming, so I'm going to place it within weeks. Stay tuned, baby. But we gotta get this under. We gotta come up with. We gotta ask Keith Thurman the right questions. I like the interview with the Boxing Voice. Go check it out. They're doing great things. The Boxing Voice and the Peeps is doing great things out there, reporting boxing, having great interviews and things of that nature. I would just say, damn, I wish somebody or one of the fans would have asked the proper questions so he could answer the proper answers. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Why don't you want that belt back? Why are you talking about that WBC belt that you gave in? Why you don't want that belt back? I don't understand. You tell me. And Keith Thurman talking about Bud Crawford. Keith Thurman, you said if Bud Crawford fights Amir Khan, what you said? If he fights Amir Khan, then you get his respect. That's another challenge right there. How about you get out of that PBC box and that will be a big fight with you and it'll put you back in contentions and talking about the best top 2, top 3 welterweight of the world. Talk to me, Keith Thurman. What is going on? Maybe that's the reason. Maybe you didn't find this fight. It's almost the way Porter talks about Bud Crawford. Talks highly about Bud Crawford. They feel like they're friends. They don't want to fight. I think that Keith Thurman is a smart man. We always say that Keith Thurman is a smart man. Maybe Keith Thurman knows that the matchup It's not a good matchup for him. He don't want to say it that way, but he's already saying it indirectly. His fans, his haters, and things of that nature, we all know already. It has come to the light. You don't feel, it's not that you're scared, it's not that you're avoiding. You just don't feel that you're a good matchup for Errol Spence. Maybe that's what you need to say. You're real. And remember, I like the interview when that guy asked the question. He asked him, Mike, I think that's his Mike. He asked him, Keith Thurman, you said that you was going to cut your hair if you lose to Manny Pacquiao. Well, if he's a man of his word, he'll cut that hair and probably have it just like me, Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. All I'm saying is it sounds kind of beta to me. Come on, Keith Thurman. Just keep it real. Just say that it's not a good matchup for you. You don't want no part of the WBC belt if Errol Spence got it. Now, of course, I've battled with other people about this situation, and I'm going to say it to everybody, the people that I have battled with, and I stuck to the Keith Thurman thing, you know what I'm saying, vouch for him and things of that nature. I apologize to all of y'all. I say it right there. I apologize. I hope you accept my apology. Keith Thurman, still like the guy. I think he's one of the best dudes. I think if it is A game, he does have the capability. If he's on his A game, I do got Keith Thurman beating Errol Spence. If he's on his A game, I do got Keith Thurman beating a rematch, beating Porter in a rematch. He already beat Daniel Garcia. I believe he could beat anybody. I think he still could have a great match with Manny Pacquiao. Has a chance to beat Manny Pacquiao. And that's another video I gotta make. He said in the interview that he was fighting one-handed. Now, of course, he didn't use that as an excuse, but in the interview, he actually said, I was fighting one-handed more than several occasions. We got to get back on that. Now, I did have a video when I was talking about, what's the difference? Keith Thurman talking about he was fighting one-handed. Manny Pacquiao talking about that he was fighting one boy shoulder versus Floyd Mayweather. Is it the same excuse or not? Check that video out if you haven't. You already know. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Let me know what you feel about Keith Thurman. And indirectly just sounding like a fan of Errol Spence. Sound like a huge fan of Errol Spence that he want no part of it. Sound like a friend. Sound like a best friend. Or I don't know what it is. Hey, on to the next.